New Year's Day, but no let-up in the hunt for top Taliban leaders tonight. We're on the ground in Afghanistan and at the Western White House with the latest. Plus, they made it out alive from the Pentagon, now their remarkable story of survival. Inferno, raging fires threatening one of the world's most beautiful cities tonight, but are the flames an accident? In depth, day one, new year, new laws around the nation, from your taxes to tattoos, and why is Congress getting a pay raise? And first and goal, a woman's place is on the 50-yard line, face-to-face with the first female CEO to tackle pro football.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw. Substituting tonight, Brian Williams.
Good evening. On this day when much of America takes a breather, perhaps takes in a bowl game, no R&R tonight from many of the American armed forces overseas who are still very much in the hunt for the top forces of al-Qaeda. Osama bin Laden, while still at large, is not the only prize in this war. His closest political ally, Taliban leader Mullah Omar, is a major target, and to that end, there is a major effort underway to find him. So we begin our reporting this New Year's night with NBC's Chip Reed in Kabul, Afghanistan.
In southern Afghanistan, no New Year's Day holiday for the Marines stationed at Kandahar Air Base. Just after midnight, a unit moved out for the Bagram area, 100 miles northwest of Kandahar, where Omar is believed to be hiding. If they find him, a U.S. military official told NBC News, quote, the Marines would be ready to act very quickly. The location of Osama bin Laden, on the other hand, remains a mystery. Some officials here say he is still in Afghanistan. Others insist he escaped from the caves of Tora Bora and slipped over the border into Pakistan. How to find bin Laden? U.S. officials hope interrogation of the 210 detainees now in U.S. hands will provide clues. 8 of the al-Qaeda and Taliban prisoners, including American John Walker Lind, were moved today from the USS Peleliu to the USS Bataan in the North Arabian Sea. Also on the move today, Afghan refugees, but not returning home. These are the families of Taliban fighters seeking refuge in Pakistan. Afghan government officials tell NBC News there are troubling signs that the Taliban may be regrouping with the help of their allies in Pakistan. While there were no U.S. airstrikes over Afghanistan today, the Afghan Minister of Foreign Affairs has said the bombing campaign is far from over.
I think it should continue. It should continue as long as terrorist cells are in Afghanistan.
To help keep the peace once those terrorist cells are eliminated, British Marines are now setting up a base in Kabul.
Chip Reed reporting for us tonight from Kabul, Afghanistan. The U.S. military effort is being watched closely, as you might imagine, at the Western White House in Texas, where the president last night celebrated the arrival of the new year. NBC News White House correspondent Campbell Brown joins us tonight from Crawford, Texas. Campbell, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. Well, the president spent today relaxing on the ranch with friends. This morning, though, he did get an update from intelligence and national security officials on the hunt for Osama bin Laden and Mullah Omar. The president conceded to reporters just yesterday that there is no new information on their whereabouts, but he insisted they are now on the run and it's only a matter of time before the two are in custody. Advisors say this is key to completing the mission in Afghanistan, but they also say that the president will soon announce new steps the government is taking to improve security here at home. Homeland Security Director Tom Ridge is putting together recommendations for the president on tightening border security and visa requirements and improving the public health system to prevent or at least prepare the country for any possible future terrorist attacks. And the president is expected to outline those new steps in his State of the Union address at the end of the month. Brian.
Campbell Brown with the president in Crawford, Texas tonight. Thanks. And now to the everyday struggles many Americans are left with post-September 11th. Returning to work is still a ways off for a small group of Americans who somehow managed to escape the area of the Pentagon building hit the morning of September 11th. They survived, though badly burned. NBC's Suzanne Malveaux now on the long and difficult road to recovery.
Determination to heal. Every day, a struggle to beat the odds. Less than a dozen made it out alive from the Pentagon's Ground Zero. One of them, 50-year-old security expert and Army retiree John Yates.
I had second and third degree burns over about 35% of my body, from my head, my face, my leg, my arms, and my back.
While their brothers fight the war in Afghanistan, these warriors face a different battle. Their successes measured in increments.
First time I picked up a fork and fed myself. Good morning.
John's journey to recovery begins on the way to the hospital, his route taking him right past the Pentagon and the memories of that day.
I thought I was going to die.
But John is moving on, literally leaving those images behind. His rehabilitation full-time, skin grafts, scalding wax dips.
This is the toughest part?
This is the toughest part.
Torturous exercises to restore his hands' full range of motion.
You know, it's the no pain, no gain portion of it.
They call themselves the Pentagon 7, 7 survivors of the September 11th attacks, who will spend the next several years coming here to the Washington Hospital Center to heal their burns and mend their lives. More than physical wounds tended to, lifetime friendships forged here. John and Brian Birdwell, once strangers at the Pentagon, now family.
We've all endured the grafting, the treatments.
Kind of like guys who've been in combat together.
Now winning the fight. Through recovery, milestone moments for both. For Brian, passing the Olympic torch at the Pentagon.
So it's my second time back, but it's great to be home. This is where I work.
For John, smaller victories. Not so small at all.
It was a milestone when I could put my arms around my wife and hug her.
This holiday, no New Year's resolutions, just a new outlook on life. Suzanne Malveaux, NBC News, Washington.
In Australia tonight, there is a palpable sense of fear in one of the world's great cities. For more than a week, hot, dry weather and high winds around Sydney, Australia, have fed the flames of one of the worst fires in that nation's history. Now, as NBC's Dana Lewis reports, the so-called Black Christmas fire is at the city's doorstep.
Sydney ringed by fire. Tonight, flames reaching 60 feet high, racing into the suburbs of the city. 200 homes and their residents evacuated today as a wall of fire raged, now just 9 miles from the city's famous Harbour Bridge, lit up by New Year's Eve fireworks.
The police came around and said, if you're going to evacuate, it's now or never. Make up your mind. We suggest you leave or you might be cooked.
The blanket of smoke over Sydney so thick, planes taking off from the international airport barely visible. Some flights delayed and diverted to other airports.
The intense smoke that we've got everywhere make it very difficult for observation aircraft to get a clear indication of where the fire lines are. In some parts, at least, it makes water bombing with aircraft very difficult.
Already 740,000 acres swept by flame, 100 separate fires burning. Residents on rooftops tried to water down their homes with water pumped from swimming pools. But in this case, the fire changed direction and moved in from behind. The fire started burning December 25th, now being called Australia's Black Christmas. Many of them thought to have been set by arsonists. 8 people arrested, including 3 15-year-old boys. 150 homes outside Sydney have been destroyed. Anne Bondelet's mother got out of their home just before it went up in flames.
And then we come down this morning and that's it. Nothing left, all gone.
The bushfires have killed many animals. Tonight, many more injured or on the move as the fires spread inside city limits. The grim forecast calling for high winds, no rain or relief in sight. Dana Lewis, NBC News, London.
And still ahead as we continue from New York this New Year's Day, NBC News in depth. A new year means new laws, including some big changes for American taxpayers. And later on in the big leagues, the first ever woman CEO of an NFL team. And our nightly news question tonight, how many women CEOs are there in all of the Fortune 500? The answer a little bit later on. But first, New Year's Day around the world and a chilling tradition on the Tiber River in Rome.
Mission accomplished.
Hi.
What's for lunch?
Chicken and stars.
Condensed soup? The kids are grown up. We could eat like adults now. There's a better tasting soup. Progresso chicken noodle has tender pieces of all white meat chicken and bigger slices of hearty vegetables with just the right seasonings. See the difference?
Much better.
You're never too old to grow up.
Oh, really?
It's time to go to the better taste of Progresso.
Winter means flakes. We're not talking snow, we're talking winter dandruff. The colder it gets, the worse dandruff gets. Neutrogena T-Gel Intensive Anti-Flake Shampoo fights dandruff 3 ways. Stop winter dandruff. Neutrogena T-Gel. It works.
I like to look at things of beauty. They make me dream. They make me wish. They make me smile.
The all-new Lexus ES300, a new world of luxury.
Seeing is believing. That's what witnesses the Publishers Clearinghouse winning moments say.
It's really true. From now on, I'm a believer.
But why be just a witness when you can win $10 million Super Bowl Sunday? Watch your mail or go to PCH.com and enter.
If you're taking aspirin for your heart, there's important news about mixing medication you need to discuss with your doctor. It's been shown that ibuprofen, the pain reliever in Advil and Motrin, in some cases may interfere with the way aspirin works to protect your heart. Don't let another pain reliever interfere with aspirin's life-saving benefits. To relieve tough pain, take extra strength Bayer aspirin. Nothing's proven stronger and more aspirin won't interfere. Bayer, take it for pain, take it for life. Aspirin is not appropriate for everyone, so be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
An emotional Dateline Tuesday. Little Ben, the victim of a tragic medical error.
I cried so hard it hurt.
His parents, desperate for answers.
Somebody messed up.
Can a doctor's surprising admission heal a family's pain?
We made a bad mistake.
A touching Dateline Tuesday, tonight, 10/9 Central on NBC.
NBC News in-depth tonight. A new year means new laws all across America. NBC News Justice correspondent Pete Williams opens the book on some of them, beginning with your taxes.
For many taxpayers nationwide, new federal laws taking effect today offer a financial boost. Bigger contributions allowed to IRAs and higher deductions for tuition payments. For members of the U.S. Senate and House, immediate gains. A 3.4% pay raise. They'll now make $150,000 a year. Among new state laws, starting today in Maryland, first-time gun buyers must take a mandatory safety class before they can get a gun.
How to inspect your ammunition and how to store your firearms in your house safely and keep children from getting a hold of them, things like that.
As of today, California ranks second only to Vermont in granting legal rights to domestic partners, including same-sex couples. They can now make medical decisions for a hospitalized partner and sue for a partner's wrongful death. Some critics say the state legislature made gay relationships equivalent to marriage, but a gay rights advocate says the law only equalizes some legal rights.
It will allow families that are gay in California to better take care of each other.
Beginning today, new restrictions on teen drivers in Texas. Full license privileges gradually phased in. No driving after midnight, for example, for those under 18.
Teens need more time behind the wheel before they venture out onto the road on their own.
In Oregon and California, a new law requiring car booster seats for children up to 6 years old or 60 pounds. Without them, safety advocates say small children face a higher risk of head and neck injuries in a crash. Another new California law further limits smoking, banning it in all public playgrounds. Among the more unusual laws, Pennsylvania now makes it a crime to drive with a loaded paintball gun, punishable by fines or jail time. In Arkansas, anyone under 18 needs a parent's permission before getting a tattoo or body piercing. And starting today, don't try pretending to be a sheriff in South Carolina. That could now get you 30 days in jail. Pete Williams, NBC News, Washington.
Coming up as we continue our special series here, Learning to Hate, two men whose personal pain turned them from enemies into peacemakers. But first, a look at the New Year's Day in China, celebrated at the greatest of Chinese symbols, the Great Wall.
also have 2 brothers and a dog, Max, and friends I hang out with. I don't want to miss out because of my asthma.
Singulair can help you control your child's asthma. Singulair is different from many daily inhaled controllers. It's not a steroid, and it's a once-a-day cherry chewable tablet that can help control your child's asthma for a full 24 hours. Singulair is available for children 2 years and older, and also for adults. Singulair should not be used to treat acute asthma attacks. Your child should continue taking their other asthma medicines unless their doctor tells you to stop or change the dose. If symptoms get worse, contact your child's doctor at once. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, flu, runny nose, and ear infection. For more information about Singulair, ask your child's doctor. And ask about adding once-a-day Singulair. Singulair, asthma control that can help you both breathe easier.
Here in Maine, my skin gets really dry, cracked, and itchy. So I'm a Gold Bond Lotion believer. Unlike ordinary moisturizers, Gold Bond Lotion is medicated, so it soothes my skin and stops the itch. Gold Bond Lotion. If it works in Maine, it'll work anywhere.
If you have osteoarthritis, you owe it to yourself to learn about Celebrex. Celebrex targets only the COX-2 enzyme, a key source of arthritis pain. Celebrex relieves arthritis pain, plus inflammation and stiffness, too. Celebrex should not be taken if you've had aspirin-sensitive asthma or allergic reactions due to aspirin or other arthritis medicines, or certain drugs called sulfonamides. In rare cases, serious stomach problems, such as bleeding, can occur without warning. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems. Powerful 24-hour relief from osteoarthritis pain, inflammation, and stiffness. Ask your doctor about prescription Celebrex.
This week, resolutions. We'll help you kick those bad habits, get organized, and build stronger relationships. Step into 2002, a whole new you, this week on Today.
A new way to fight heart disease. NBC Nightly News this week.
No let-up tonight in the military maneuvers that have 1 million soldiers dug in now along the India-Pakistan border. But in the capitals of the two nations, what could be the first promising signs of easing tensions. India's prime minister said his country is open to dialogue with Pakistan, for starters. And a spokesman for Pakistan's president said the two leaders will likely meet next week at a regional summit. President Bush's Middle East envoy, Marine General Anthony Zinni, will fly to Israel again on Thursday, still trying to work out some kind of a peace deal, but Zinni is not alone. In our special series, Learning to Hate, NBC News correspondent Hoda Kotb reports tonight on two fathers whose work may not be as publicized as Zinni's, but whose personal stake in a lasting peace there may be even greater.
In the land of an eye for an eye, two fathers on opposite sides of the battle, united by the same fate.
I felt bitterness and grief.
I don't know why it's happened to me, but it happens.
Ronnie Hershensen's 19-year-old son was one of 21 soldiers killed when a suicide bomber blew himself up north of Tel Aviv.
Everything that I feel, I taste, I eat, is for him and with him. He's part of me. He never left me.
Further down on the Mediterranean shore, another father in Gaza, another horror story.
They called me, and I also heard the news on the radio.
Nasser Agha's son was a Palestinian police officer keeping the peace in Ramallah when a demonstration erupted. They say he was shot and killed by an Israeli bullet.
Of course the Israelis. They bear the responsibility.
By all accounts, these should be among the angriest men in the Middle East. And indeed, they are fighting. But not against the enemy. They're fighting for peace. And they're doing it together.
I lost my son, but I didn't lose my head.
They're part of a group of Israelis and Palestinians called Pains of Peace. Parents who lost children to the ongoing conflict are doing something most of their leaders now refuse to do. They sit down and talk.
If we can sit together and talk, why shouldn't they? They didn't get hurt like us from the conflict. Why shouldn't they sit and talk together?
I sit with them because they too have gone through the pain and suffering.
But this group is a tiny minority. Even meeting isn't easy. Last week, they were prevented from entering the West Bank. Nasser is not allowed out of Gaza. Still, they are not giving up. Nasser says that while his firstborn was killed, he has 8 other reasons to keep trying.
I call him the martyr of peace. I hope that he will be the last martyr.
And that is the paradox. Ronnie and Nasser want their message to get out, but these parents in pain don't want their membership to grow. Hoda Kotb, NBC News, Tel Aviv.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back with the story of one powerful woman and 11 very strong men in a rough and tumble business. But first, New Year's Day, London, the annual parade getting a head start on Queen Elizabeth's Golden Jubilee, celebrating her 50 years on the throne.
Why just use Febreze on the dog bed? After all, lots of everyday odors aren't as obvious. At least to you. Clean away odors all over the house. And Febreze will leave a freshness you'll notice.
It smells nice in here.
The more you use it, the more you love it. Febreze.
I'm the bus lady. Some mornings I was so constipated I could hardly drive. Till I tried X-Lax Milk of Magnesia. Stimulant-free. Guaranteed relief by 8 a.m. Good morning.
X-Lax Milk of Magnesia with the X-Lax Good Morning Guarantee.
Abner, we're rich.
We're rich?
It's our new litter. It's got diamonds in it.
You are mistaken, my friends. The diamonds are odor-absorbing crystals in Tidy Cat's Crystals Blend.
Whatever.
Tidy Cat's Crystals Blend.
Thinking about Viagra? It's now available in a free 6-pill sample pack.
6? That's my number.
So get in the driver's seat and ask about the free Viagra sample pack.
Get to your doctor for a checkup and find out if a free sample of Viagra is right for you.
For more information, race over to Viagra.com.
Now get the Wall Street Journal delivered for 8 weeks at just 38 cents a day, a 50% savings. Call now 800-255-6600. That's 800-255-6600 for the Wall Street Journal.
I think arthritis can change the way you perceive yourself, if you let it. The trick is, don't let it.
Move over, Aleve. This is Tylenol arthritis pain. A different Tylenol. Just 2 caplets in the morning have the strength to last all day. With safety that can't be beat.
Arthritis pain? Don't we have better things to do?
Tonight at 6 on Channel 4 News. The new year brings tragedy to Clarksville, where 4 people have died in a fire. What happened to them could happen to anyone. A good Samaritan gets shot by the man he's trying to help. And there could be big changes in the air for the radio station that help build Nashville's image. Join us at 6 o'clock.
A new theme for a New Year's Day tradition. Patriotism was evident in enormous doses at this year's Rose Parade in Pasadena, including an American flag so large it took almost 36 handlers to carry it down the parade route. Also big this year, as you might imagine, security. Police officers on every block and bomb-sniffing dogs at the parade start point. Now, a segment we could call the home of the brave, as in one very brave woman who just happens to be the CEO of a big company in a rough and tumble line of work. She runs an NFL team. But first, the nightly news question. We asked how many women CEOs are there in the corporate big leagues that make up the Fortune 500. The answer is C, just 5. The team in question here is no pushover. The Oakland Raiders are known for their swagger. The men in black and silver with a pirate on their helmets with an eye patch, no less. And what about that woman in charge? Here is NBC's Ann Thompson.
This is how Amy Trask relaxes, steering 1,100 pounds of horse to go where she wants. Her diversion from her day job. President and CEO of the 21,000-pound Oakland Raiders.
Ready for another season? Either you're a Raider or you're not a Raider. Either you can do the job or you can't.
Amy Trask might appear to be an unusual choice to head up the notorious renegades of professional sports.
I'm an outlaw. It's an organization that stands up for what it believes in.
The Raiders fight on the field and in court, suing the NFL alone some 20 times. So it won't surprise you to learn Trask is a lawyer. Her mentor, the team's controversial owner, Al Davis.
Let's go, baby!
He hired the league's first Latino head coach, the first African-American head coach, and its first female president and CEO.
My pleasure.
Who happily operates beneath the radar of publicity.
I've been criticized for that by some women who say that I do other women a disservice by not really drawing attention to the fact that I'm a woman.
But that, Trask believes, is the key to succeeding in this male-dominated business.
She describes her management style as inclusive, directing a corporate team to support the business on the field. And it's an organization that's not big on labels. So much so, Trask says she can't remember the day, let alone the year, she was appointed CEO.
I would say it was sometime between 1995 and 1997.
About 10 years after the rabid fan joined the team. So wrapped up in the Raiders, this bride waited until a game ended before walking down the aisle.
I don't know that I delayed it all that much. The game went to overtime, and that was unexpected.
One of the NFL's top teams this season, the Raiders languish near the bottom of the league's profit standings. Something Trask and the team blame on a bad deal with the owners of the Raiders Stadium, now the subject of a lawsuit. But that's not Trask's bottom line.
I don't think that I am a success until we win the Super Bowl while I'm here. Because anything short of winning the Super Bowl is not a success. So I don't think that chapter's been written yet.
The Raiders' most unusual member, a consummate team player, still in pursuit of the ultimate victory. Ann Thompson, NBC News, Oakland.
And as we start the new year around here, we'd like to welcome our newest NBC television station, KNTV NBC3 in the San Francisco Bay Area. That is Nightly News for this Tuesday. Don't forget Dateline tonight at 10/9 Central on NBC. Tonight, the often fatal implications of an operating room mix-up. I'll see you tomorrow evening on the news on MSNBC and CNBC. I'm Brian Williams reporting tonight from New York. Good night. Happy New Year, everyone.
Nightly News is a presentation of NBC News. More Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world.
A New Year's celebration turns to tragedy when 4 people are killed in an apartment fire. Team coverage and a live report right now on Channel 4 News at 6.
It is the radio station that put country music and Nashville on the map, and a lot of people are unhappy about proposed changes at the flagship station of the Grand Ole Opry.
And an environmental study has bad marks for a popular Middle Tennessee park. Tonight, hear what the experts